Alright, hello everyone, Mr. Nosels here, and Matthewmatosis made a game called The Logic Bomb. It's like $5 on Steam. It's also available to be played on a Game Boy, which is shocking because nobody develops for that anymore. I knew he was working on a game, but didn't expect this. So, it is described as a logic puzzle game, and oh, interesting. Is there? Hmm. So one thing I would like to say, I like the smooth lines of this one, but I wish it was green. See, there's no green smooth line option, and I would like to be able to see that, but I guess I'm going to go with this because it makes everything very readable. This is very Matthewmatosis. Psychological assertions goes through proofs. Logic Bomb, a realm of pure logic. Each row contains the stated amounts of walls. 9, 0. So we know that there are 9 down this wall and 0 along this one, which means in this case there must be nothing because 0 and 0. Okay. Mark empty button X, a button, place wall, fill all cells. So is it a left click or right click? Okay, so left click is a wall, right click is it. So it really makes sense on, I don't know. I can see why he probably did this is because if you look at the way it's framed, it really seems to be spaced out for like a Game Boy Advanced. And when it's running, or sorry, not a Game Boy Advance, on a Game Boy. But yeah, it's difficult. Okay, let's see here. So it's effectively, what is it, like Sudoku or whatever, where you have to do the space requirements and figure that out. Honestly, people that like Sudoku might really like this. So this has 1 in it, this has 1 in it, which means, yeah, likely this has to be 1 then. Okay, but then why is this a red cat here? Because this is 0 and this is 0. Actually, logically speaking, then there shouldn't be anything in here, right? Actually, wall, 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 wall. We should know that this row would be safe, right? Yeah. Logically, if this is 0 and this is 0, all these must be 0. If this is 1 and this is 1, then logically this must be 1, which then means all this has to be safe. There are 2 in this one. Since I know there's 2 in this row, huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all these would then have to be filled, right? Because if there's 9 here, I know this one can't have any, because this and this forces the one to be here. Okay, so that has to be entirely filled. Wait, button, mark empty. Oh, wait a second. Maybe I'm misdoing this. So, wall is where the bombs are. These are supposed to be marked. Okay. Well, since I know that has to be the one, since these are 0, I don't know if I'm doing this even remotely correctly. This is a really big just guess at this point, but this is a tutorial, so I'm supposed to be learning, I think. Since I think that there's a bomb in there, so that's 1, and I know that there's a bomb here, that's 2, it should logically mean the rest of these are safe, right? If I'm understanding this correctly. Now I see 1 here, I have another 1 here, which means there's 1 more unknown bomb somewhere in this area here. Um, let's see, there's 2 in this row. The question is does this count as a bomb as well? Wait, each row and column contains the stated amount of walls. Oh, these aren't the stated amount of bombs, these are the stated amount of walls. Which walls should symbolize the hidden bombs, right? If I'm understanding it correctly. So, yeah. Okay. There should be interesting. Okay. Huh. Seems like they all change this way. And those don't seem happy, so I think we want to do straight lines between that. There should be 7 bombs here, or 7 walls here. Geez, this is actually kind of difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. There we go. Right? If this is... Well, wait, it says that there's supposed to be 1 wall. Right? There's supposed to be a wall here. There's supposed to be 9 walls here. So then I have to have done this wrong. And since this is 0 and this is 0, that means there's no walls here. But that means there's 1 wall down here. And there's 1 wall here. Does this count as a wall? Interesting. I mean, I guess I could just go and purposely fail whatever it is. It just tells me to fill it. So let's see what just happens. Okay. So you gotta do it until all those are filled. Now what happens? Okay, I think I... Interesting. What? How do I get this to... maybe I'm supposed to do this? There's 9 here. This is fine. 1 there. Okay. There's 1 here, 9 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 1 here. I have 1 in this row, which I think forces me to have 1 there, which means all these are then blank, right? Because I know that 9 and 2, so that has to be there, and this probably is here, right? Okay. Each row and column contains the stated amount of walls. Okay, so it doesn't. Wonder what happens if I click this. It's very cute. Okay, fill all cells. I did though. That's kind of cool. That is really cute, actually. Wow, okay. So 7, 3. There should be none in this row, and none in this row, which is fine. I know I have 1 in here, so I know this one's completed on both sides. This one also is likely completed, though it's potentially true that it's just here. Because that would complete both of these rows, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's correct. Because it could just be like another one down here or something like that. Also, technically speaking, I don't necessarily know that that's right. I have to wonder what exactly is going on with this thing. Okay. Interesting. So there's 3 in this row, which means there has to be 1 additional one here. There can't be any here. Can't put any there. Could put... Okay, so that has to be that way, right? Because if those go red, they get upset, so can't be there. This has 7. 7. Okay. Now there's 4 here. I don't know. Seven. Okay. That's right. None of these can be it. Which now means there's 3 here. 9. 8. So I don't actually know. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got that. Yeah, see, that's not exactly right. I need more slots to be available on this side. So if I take that off and I put one there, that works. Then I could take this off and put one here. And I get most of them. Then that handles that. This. Okay, so this row needs to get shifted, most likely. Okay. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's correct. 1, 2, 3. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 2 more in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 1, 2. Is it possible that I... Whoops, there we go. And then... So that covers all of that. It doesn't actually do anything then. I'm close, but I don't... Like, I filled all the cells. All the lights are now off. Marked empty. Place wall B button. Each row and column contains the stated amount of walls. Fill all cells. Like, am I crazy? Am I... Fill all cells, but how do I... Okay. I don't understand how to proceed on from this. 9 plus. Oh, is that supposed to be telling me how many... Less than 3. Oh, are those the bombs being armed? Is that actually a bad thing? Each row and column contains the stated amount of walls. So, no walls in here, no walls in here. So, I know that. I now know that there is at least one here and one here. Which really makes me think that this should be one literally placed in there. But, this is difficult. Huh. Really does give me vibes of like the old Nintendo games. This very much of just figure it out. You're gonna have a really difficult time kind of piecing this together. I don't know, maybe I'm just an idiot. I'd like to believe I'm not, but yeah. 9274561. I mean, technically speaking, it's like it would have to be there, right? Because one, you only have one spot if this is 0, and you have to have the area between the cats and the bombs being empty spaces. Um, then logically speaking, you would have to, yeah, I think. Hmm. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because it has to have 9 in there, so it has to do that. So that makes sense. Then this is where things get a little confusing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Have to have 8 in this one, which means there's one empty space in this. And we know there has to be one in this space here. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. So, right, assuming the logical puzzle like part has to work that way, which means there's now 2 spaces or 1 space remaining in this area here. Can't do it there, so can't do anything. I know this has to be blank because there's only one. There's already one in here, so all that has to be empty space. Boom, which then logically means that has to be that. There we go, logically speaking. Now, there's only 3 spaces here open. However, I have one here, which means there's 2 spaces that need to be consumed in here, and I don't know which ones they are. So let's see if I can get to another logical conclusion here. I know, nope, too many available. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, there's too much. I need to be able to eliminate one there. 4, there's too many spaces. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So I have the 8. That's great. And I also have 2s, so I've knocked out the top and I've knocked out 2 of the outside squares. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. Got all that. That's nice. Okay, that's another one down. Now I know I have 2 spaces here available. I know that this is completed, so these all have to be open, which means that has to be consumed. We have that now. Okay, now I know I have 7 in this row, which is 1, 2, 3, well, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go, I've consumed that. That's great. There are 3 spaces in here. 1, 2, which means one of these is empty. Can't do anything there. There's 7 spaces here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That has to be all. Whoops. There we go. That has to be all those. There we go. That is completed. Now let's look at this row here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that has to come all the way down here like that. Okay, now here we go. We're starting to really get some momentum going here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold up. Did I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means there has to be a blank space in here. Okay, so can't do anything about that just yet. Let's look at this 4. 1, 2, 3. There's 2 spaces open. I don't have an answer for that. Actually, I do know that all these spaces are blank. So 1, 2, 3. Only 1 space open. 4. Okay, now I have an answer on that one. Now, since I know that this is a remainder, I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These have to be filled, which means these. Okay. And there you go. That's how you solve a logic bomb. Holy crud. That was insane. Matt, congratulations, my dude. You have a hell of a game here. Uh, Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and have a good day. Bye bye.